सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। शांति
भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
Om Shanti, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi Ritesh, Jagriti, Adita, Dharani, Kadireshan is also here. Your college hasn't started school? Kaushal, so Kaushal, you are joining for the first time. Okay, hi Kadireshan. So you didn't join school yet?
Yeah, I have joined.
Okay,
have
you
joined
used to be in hostel, right?
Yeah, last year I am in hostel. Today I am day scholar. This year.
This year day scholar, acha, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Good morning.
Okay. So Kaushal,
Om
good
Shanti.
morning. Om Shanti, Adita. Okay. So who all joined the last class? Yeah, before that you were listening to some sloka, right? So what's the meaning of that? Did anybody search online? What is the meaning of that sloka? So how many of you remember what you heard? Nobody.
Sir, you were saying something?
Ritesh? Yeah. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Now you are
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah. Before this, you were listening to some sloka, right? Did you get the meaning of that?
No.
No. Not even one line.
No, not even one line.
Okay, I'll read one line. Tell me what you understood from that line, okay? Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. What does that mean? Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. It
I
means
think
may all be happy. Right? Sarve Santu Niramaya means there should not be any illness. Everybody should be free of all the kinds of illness. Next is Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu means may all get whatever is auspicious. Ma kaschit dukkhabhat bhavet means may no one suffer. Om Shanti 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 means may peace flourish. Right? So this sloka, it says everybody, not like we Indians, we Americans. It's not like that, right? It's for the whole world. So our ancestors are so good that they always thought of the entire world, entire humanity as one, right? But slowly we started building all these boundaries, all these limitations. So we are fighting among each other, right? So that was a sloka. So it's called Shanti mantra. So may everybody be happy, may everybody be free of illness, may everybody get what is auspicious, may there be no suffering in the world, so may there be peace everywhere. That's the sloka. So you never heard this in your school?
No.
No, acha, we used to have this
Yes, sir.
before lunch every day in our school. So before lunch we used to have this prayer in school. So they used to play this. Okay, so Ritesh attended last class. Who else attended last class? Tanush attended,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay.
E for
Sir,
gentleman.
you have a friend with you?
Sir, last class I don't think I attended it.
No, last class was gentleness. You were there.
G for gentleman.
So in between we missed 2 classes. There was no class in the middle. Okay. So now one very important thing I want to ask you. So all these virtues we have seen so far. So accuracy, benevolence, last one, gentleness, all these things, can we show off them even though we don't have it? How many of you think we can show it off? So can we?
Sir, do you mean like showing it off, or like you mean like displaying it?
Yes. So though we don't have it, we try to portray it that we have it.
Okay, sir. I thought it was like showing it off, not displaying it. Also.
Yeah, I was saying showing it off only.
Oh.
Yeah. So the qualities we were discussing were A for accuracy, B for
Benevolence.
yeah, benevolence, C for
C for
cooperation.
cooperation. Yeah.
Yeah, D for discipline.
Discipline.
And E for
Enthusiasm.
yeah, E for enthusiasm, F for fearlessness, G for gentleness. So today's is H for humility.
Oh, nice. All right. So I have no.
Yeah, you have somebody else with you? Okay.
Yeah. And he is disturbing me a lot, but he wants to also listen.
So what's his name?
Running away.
Okay. Cool. So I was asking, can we just show off these qualities? Suppose cooperation. We don't inherently feel it from inside, but we externally can enact. Do you think it's possible? It's possible, right? All the politicians do the same thing. They pretend that they are cooperating, right? But they are not actually. Right? So now one important question. So from the childhood, you have been taught that you have to behave certain way, you have to be like this, you have to talk like this to people, you have to be polite, all these things. So have you ever heard how to think? You have to think like this, you have to actually process things like this, you have to inherently feel it this way, then come out externally. Did anybody tell you?
Lot of times.
How to think? Very good. So most of the time our focus will be on behavior, right? What we do. You have to be polite, which means again doing, right? Nobody talks about thinking, polite. So when you say be cooperative, you are saying externally. You cooperate everybody. Nobody stresses on the intention, what you are thinking when you are doing that. Right? So from today on, whatever quality you listen, whatever thing you listen, first start from the thinking. Okay, so suppose gentleness. So to this quality, how can I use in my thinking? What should be my thinking process to actually adopt this quality? Then comes the behavior. So for us, behavior is not important because it will eventually come if your thinking is right. Understood? So
Oh,
our
yes, sir.
focus should always be on thinking. What is the correct way of thinking? Okay? So that's the thing I want to stress about. So whatever quality you are listening, first start from how can I change my thinking to include this quality in me? Okay? All right. So today's quality is humility. What comes to your mind when you hear the word humility? Very quickly.
Sir, if I hear humility, first thing my mind broadcasts is like humidity
Humidity,
or humility means sympathy, kind of. I feel so.
sympathy.
I feel so.
Okay, no, sympathy is actually a negative word, you know. So there is a difference between sympathy and empathy.
Sir, yeah, empathy is care. Sympathy is just sympathy.
Huh. Sympathy is feeling somebody's pain. Suppose somebody fell ill, we'll say, "Ayo, he fell ill. I feel your pain." So that's kind of thing is called sympathy. So empathy is you understand their pain. So suppose there is a doctor in a hospital. So he has to do a heart surgery. And if he is sympathetic, the thought process would be, oh, I have to cut you, this will pain him, oh, this can cause problem. All these things are sympathetic thought process. Okay. And if he is empathetic, he will see the patient, he will talk to him. This will pain a little bit, but take it. But it will give lot of relief to you. So empathy is about understanding the pain and then reacting in the right manner, whether other person is expressing it or not. Sympathy is feeling their pain, which is a negative thing. You should not feel anybody's pain. You should understand people's pain, right? If you feel pain, you are actually creating negative thought process. So we all thought that thoughts have power, right? So now there is a patient entering a hospital, and how does a patient be most of the time? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. So now if doctor, nurses, all the staff is feeling their pain, what will happen?
He will get eventually scared.
More negative energy, right? Everybody collectively thinking about pain. So now if everybody is empathetic, what will happen?
He'll feel relieved.
Patient, though he is entering with pain, with negative thoughts, once he enter, everything is converted into empathy. So he will feel lot better inside. So suppose you have a fever, you went to a doctor, and doctor said, "Ayo, you had a fever. This is very tough. You have to go through few difficult things in the next couple of days. You are going to suffer all these things." How do you feel?
Really scared.
I feel like more pain is going to come.
So before going inside, you will be walking with a lot of, what do you say, with no energy. When coming out, you can't even walk. Somebody has to lift you and come out, right? So now there is one more doctor who talks to you. Hey, this is nothing. This can go in a half an hour also. So take this tablet, it will just go off. But you need to use these tablets for 2 days. It won't harm anything. It won't do anything. You can just play whatever you want. So how do you feel immediately?
Wow, I am so good.
So when entering, you are slowly walking. When coming out, you will be running out, right? So that's the way, that's the importance of thought process, you know. So it's all about thought process. The way you think, so shall you become. Right? So when you hear the word humility, what else comes to your mind? It's not sympathy. It could be empathy. So When you say sympathy, I think you are talking about empathy, right? Ritik?
Humanity.
Humanity, right? What else? Jagruti, what comes to your mind when you hear the word humility?
Like the science we have humidity, right? It takes the water evaporation.
Oh, that's humidity. I'm talking about humility.
Like humanity.
So in Telugu or Hindi or Sanskrit, it's called namrata.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't actually get the word humility, never heard the word. Acha, okay. So it's namrata, it's being humble. Okay.
understood.
So now I will show you few words that came to my mind when I thought about this quality. Okay. Okay, able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are the words that came to my mind when I thought about humility. So one is modesty. Modesty is being very humble, down to earth. Then respectful. You are respecting everybody, giving them their own value, and you are treating everybody with lot of value and affection, you know. And next one is gentle. So you deal with everybody, treat everybody so nicely and sweetly. So the fourth one, most important thing, is self-esteem. So who all can be humble? So have you ever heard the line, empty vessels or half-filled vessels make more noise? Anybody heard about that?
Lot of times, sir.
Lot of times, right? Half knowledge people make lot of sound. So humility, somebody who makes a lot of sounds or lot of pride, lot of ego, is somebody who doesn't have the proper self-esteem, you know. So if you are expert in some field, suppose Newton's physical laws, if you are very good at it, very good, then you don't make much sound. You actually stay very silent and you actually listen to everybody around. Then you talk, you keep out your voice. So people who have lot of self-esteem, they don't find it necessary to actually come out and say something. Okay, if somebody asks, they speak out. Otherwise, they don't show off. So you all know about Abdul Kalam, right?
Yes, sir.
So Abdul Kalam, the kind of humility he had, I will just show you. So once there was this press conference and lot of questions are being asked to these press is asking, and in the audience Abdul Kalam is sitting. So I'll just play the video to you.
वे चाहते थे कि तभी
Let me know once you see the screen.
रामनाथ लेकर बहस होने लगी कि क्या अच्छी पत्रकारिता बुरा व्यवसाय है, जाने लगे तो राजदीप का बैठ जाते हैं। एन राम और उनके बीच बहस होती है।
So see this guy. So there was some discussion happening on the stage and some question they asked Abdul Kalam, and see where he is sitting. He immediately went, he sat on the dais. So these people are sitting on the chairs and this guy, he went there and sat on the floor. Okay, he is the president of India. He is the greatest scientist. He is the missile man of the country, and see the way he's behaving. Right? So that's called humbleness or modesty. You know, you don't have pride that I am this, I am that, my status is this, I am so big, I am so huge. You don't have that. So if you have that knowledge, if you are full, you don't make much noise. You be very, very humble. You be very, very respectful to everybody, right? So by seeing that picture itself, you can understand the word humility in one sentence, right? So you should be very, very modest. You should be very down to earth. At the same time, you should have a lot of self-respect also. So without self-respect, you can never be humble. Underline. Always remember, without self-respect, without proper self-esteem, you can never be humble, but you can act humble. Suppose if there is somebody entering this hall, I don't like him. Okay? I have a lot of negative thought process for him. I always think that he is not good enough. But he is in a very good position right now. So the moment he comes in front of me, what will be my behavior? Will I say, I don't like you, you are not that good? Will I say that?
No.
What will I say? I will act humble, right? I'll say, very nice meeting you, good morning, please sit down, it's a honor meeting you, all these things, right? So all those words are coming from just my mouth, not from my head, right? I am not having good intention for him because I think he is not better than me. I am comparing internally. So my thought process is like, he is not better than me, but he is in a good position. Some kind of jealousy and some kind of inferiority feeling that I am not in that position. I am somehow not that good. Then I am creating all these negative thought process. He is not good. He is not very good at what he is doing. I am better than him, but he got lucky. He is in that position. So my internal talk is like that, but externally what am I doing? I'm being very polite. I am respecting him. I am doing all sorts of things. Is that a good way or bad? Good or bad?
A bad one?
Very bad. So you should not act anything. You should be true to yourself. And you can be true to yourself only when you are actually right. Okay? When you are correct, when you have very good self-esteem, then you can say that. Suppose if somebody comes here and talks about nuclear physics to me, okay, which I have very little idea about. Then I started bombarding information, whatever I know. Okay, nuclear physics is this, that, and all. And the other person is actually good at nuclear physics. What will happen in that situation? I don't gain any knowledge, right? I'm just trying to show off that I know nuclear physics, and I just kept throwing out information, whatever I know. So that's one way of approach. The second approach is understand that the other person is expert in it. Realize that I am not that good. I don't have much information about that, which is not bad, right? Everybody can't know everything. You can't ask Virat Kohli to play football in international level, right? He's good at cricket. Somebody else is good at football. Sunil Chetri is good at football, right? So I can just accept that I don't know nuclear physics. Let me listen from him. And I ask him few doubts I have or few things that he's researching about, then gain knowledge, right? So if you have self-esteem, self-confidence that I am good at this, I am not good at the other part, but I am always ready to learn. So this kind of thought process comes when you have self-esteem. Suppose if you don't have self-esteem, you will try to show off your knowledge, whatever less it is. Okay? So these are the qualities that comes to my mind when I listen to the word humility. So we will talk a little bit about self-esteem, or maybe we'll do that exercise right now. So take a paper, everybody. Take a pen, paper, write your name on the top. Tanush, you are writing on your head or on paper? Okay, so write your name and make, and the first column, the first column is what are my core virtues. Think for 3 minutes. Inherently,
So,
very deep inside, what are my core virtues? List down. Yeah, Ritesh?
what is the F virtue?
Huh? What is a?
Virtue.
Virtue is the qualities. What are
No,
good
no, sir. No,
qualities of
sir.
Hmm?
F1.
Fearlessness.
Oh, okay.
So the first thing you have to think and write is, what are my core qualities, very good qualities. For some it could be being fearless, for some it could be being gentle, for some it could be empathy, it could be a lot of things. Being peaceful is also a virtue, being happy is also virtue. So look at your own life. So close your eyes, don't write immediately, close your eyes. Now go within. Inside your head there is an empty room. Enter that room, and in front of you there is one more you sitting. Okay, so you both are sitting, and look at that person, which is you again. Suppose instead of two people, let's consider a mirror inside that room. You are sitting in front of the mirror, looking at yourself. Think, what am I standing for? What are my core virtues? So far in my life, what are the things that very inherently comes out? Very, very inherent. I don't even try to actually get them, but I actually have them. Think, look at yourself and think, what are the virtues I stand for? You have 2 more minutes. Figure out and then write down, what are the very good things I have in me? Done? Kaushal, Rashekar, Tanush, Dharani, done writing? How many did you write? How many? Ritesh, how many did you write?
Oh, hold on, sir. So I wrote here benevolence, empathic,
Okay,
gentleness,
okay,
and cooperation.
very good. Jagruti?
Like even like I am humble.
Mm-hmm.
It's I smile or laugh very easily.
Okay,
And I make friends very easily. I don't try, but they become friends.
okay.
And like
Ad-
I actually,
okay, Adita, how many did you write? 2. Acha, what are they?
Gentleness and peaceful.
Acha, very peaceful. Good. Tanush? Tanush is not there. Having breakfast? Okay. So now the exercise for the next 1 week is whomever you come across or whatever you come across, find out the quality you see in them. Okay. So suppose you see your mother in the morning, if she is doing a lot of work, so hardworking nature is a quality, right? Write it down. So wherever you find qualities, the entire day your job is to figure out what are the qualities around me. Okay. We'll see next week how many got how many. Okay. I will also do that. Try to beat me. Okay. In the number of qualities you see. So from the morning, I can easily figure out like 10 at least. So I saw my mom doing a lot of hard work. I saw my father very sincerely doing his yoga. So sincerity is also a skill, right? And I saw my homemaid came sharply at the time, which is punctuality. Then I saw my sister studying, which is again discipline. So whatever you come across, find out the qualities in them, start picking them. Okay. After 1 week, you will see a lot of change in yourself. You will start imbibing those qualities, So can we do this exercise for the next 1 week? List down, always carry a paper in your pocket. Whenever you see a quality, just write it down. You need not mention who or whom. Just write down, this is a quality I saw. Okay. Ready? How many of you are ready?
Yes, sir.
So don't forget this homework, okay? Right now, take a paper, fold it, list of qualities, give a heading and follow it. Jagriti, you always miss the homework, right? This time you should not. This is a very wonderful exercise. You will actually feel it after a week. Okay? Tanush,
Yes, sir.
ready for the homework? Next 1 week. Picking the qualities is your job. Have you ever heard about the story of Hamsa? So
No.
there is this bird, holy swan, that can differentiate water from milk or stones from diamonds. This kind of sorting it is known for. Okay. So our job for the next 1 week is like holy swan, which could only pick the diamonds. No stones, only diamonds. So when you are looking at good qualities, don't look at negative qualities. Look at only the good qualities.
Not understand.
Okay? Done.
Sir, I did not understand.
You didn't understand. So for the next 1 week, whenever you see, you try to look for qualities. Suppose something is happening in front of you. You try to see the good qualities of everyone there and note it down. Suppose I'll give you an example. In the morning, you woke up, you saw your mother doing a lot of hard work. Hardworking is a quality. Write down hardworking. Then you saw your housemaid very sincerely doing its job, sincerity. Then your father doing exercise or doing his own office work. So again, being regular, consistent. Consistency is a quality. So then you go to the school, you saw your driver every day coming to your place, giving a smile. So smiling at people, which is a quality. Then you saw your sister or brother very happily coming to you with love. So love is a quality. Then you saw your teachers very consistently coming to the class, very patiently teaching to you. Patience is a quality. Then you saw people eating in the lunch, all your friends, and they are very nicely talking to you, very nicely behaving to you. Friendship, it's a quality. So similarly, whatever things you see, the qualities, immediately note down those qualities. Got it?
Or else we just have to remember them.
No, don't remember. You can't remember. In a day, you can, at minimum, you can come across 20 qualities,
And what if we get the same qualities again and again?
Sorry?
What if we get the same qualities again and again?
Write it down again. What's wrong?
Okay.
So whatever you come across, just write it down and see after a week that all these qualities start emerging in you. We'll do this experiment. So theory says it should happen. We'll see whether that will happen or not. Okay. So now back to humility. So why I asked you to write about good qualities about yourself is you should always be confident about yourself first. That I have this quality, I am good at this. Don't become overconfident, but you should always be loving to yourself first, understanding your own self, appreciating your own virtues, realizing your own mistakes and then working on them. All these things has to happen, which comes under humility. So if you want to get the quality humility, the prerequisite is you should be feeling good about yourself. If you can't do that, you can't imbibe the quality humility. So now you saw Abdul Kalam, right? He was being very humble because he is very confident about his own qualities, about his own skills. He is actually having a lot of self-esteem, self-confidence. Without that, you can't be humble. You can only act humble, right? So that's why it's very, very essential to feel good about your own self. So no matter what, suppose you are a very bad student, suppose you are getting 20 marks out of 100 every time. So this time you got 22. First of all, appreciate yourself. You got 2 marks more, right? Though 22 is a very bad score, still you improved. That's how you look at yourself and start working on improving further, right? So the root of humility is feel good about your own self. Write it down. So feel good about your own self is the root of humility. Without that, you can't be humble. So how do you feel good about yourself? You should know yourself well. So what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And how am I overcoming my weakness? Right? So if you understand yourself very well, you will start feeling better about yourself. Right? So suppose there is one small girl, she is thinking, I am not beautiful, I am ugly. So what will be your reaction to them? Suppose you have a very small sister who thinks that she is ugly, she is not beautiful. So what will be your suggestion to her?
Sir, I'll tell that go see yourself in the mirror.
Then she will further say, I'm still looking bad. What will you do?
Then I'll tell.
Sir, I will say like, do I look good? She will say yes, and I will say, and you're my sister, so you look good too.
Mhm.
Kind of that can work.
Okay. So you will say that you are my sister, so you look good to me, but for others you look bad. That's what you meant to say.
No. No, sir. Like if she says that I am good looking, I mean I look good.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll say then you share my genes, so you look good too.
Mm-hmm.
You're my
But
sister
she's
after
saying
all.
I'm not looking good, right?
Then I thought that was about it.
The bigger problem is if she's coming to you and say you are looking good, I am not looking good. What will be your answer?
Then we got to say,
You're
So-
better the way you are.
go to mummy and solve your problem.
So my approach is, first of all, looks are very superficial, you know. So if you remove the small layer of the skin, everybody looks same, right? So it's only the plastic cover we have on our body, the skin, which is a plastic cover, you know. So just like a cover, if you remove that cover, everybody is same. But we can't make a small kid understand that, right?
Yeah, like the size is going to be.
So how do you make them understand is you should make them feel better about what they have, right? So you can tell them you are very, very good, you are very loving, you have a wonderful heart. No matter how you look, whoever comes to you, they will fall in love with you. They always like you because you have a wonderful heart. You are very good in mathematics, you are very good in science, you have a lot of great virtues. You always do a lot of hard work. You are sincere. You are disciplined. So whatever their qualities is, highlight those qualities. If you do that, they will start feeling better. Then give the reality that beauty is nothing but the way people see things. If you change the way they are seeing things, the things they see change, right? So as Ritesh was saying, since you are my sister, the way I look at you, you look beautiful, right? So it's the way he is looking at you. It's not what you are. It's the way he is looking at you. If somebody is looking at you, his way is bad, then they look bad. It's not about you at all, right? So beauty is never about us. It's about the way they are looking, right? So that's why there is a saying, beauty lies in the eyes of the behold. Ever heard about that quote? Anybody?
Sir, I know actions speak louder than words, but I don't know.
Huh. So that's a different quote altogether. So about the beauty, the quote is, beauty lies in the eyes of the behold. So the way people are seeing, that's the beauty. It's not about the people. It's not about how they are looking. It's the way the other people are looking at. So suppose one person may be looking at me and saying, this guy is a wonderful guy. So the other person, he is looking at me, he might say, he's not bad. He's not good. So it's not about me. It's the way others are looking at me. Can I change that? No, right? We can't change the way others are looking, but we can change the way I am thinking, right? So I will try to make my sister understand that the more important things are the qualities. It doesn't matter what other people are thinking about you. It doesn't matter how other people are seeing you. All it matters is how you are looking at yourself. If that is right, everything else will become right. So that's the quality of humility. If you want to imbibe the quality of humility, look at yourself in the right manner, understand yourself, treat yourself nicely, see yourself nicely, right? Look at all the good things you have, feel good about yourself basically. If you do that, humility comes natural. Okay, so now we'll look at what are the opposites of humility. Okay, we saw what humility means. Now we'll see what is not humility. Okay, so these are the opposites of humility. Can somebody read it out?
Arrogance, egoistic, pride, self-centered, overconfidence.
And all these things like ego, having lot of ego, having lot of pride, bombarding about our own self. So it's like, so in local language we say self-dabba, right? Boosting about our own self all the time. So these kind of qualities are opposite to humility. Okay, you are having overconfidence. Suppose somebody came to you and tells you, do you know what is humility? If somebody tells you tomorrow morning, Monday morning, then you immediately start off saying, oh, I heard about humility yesterday. I know this, I know that, I know a lot of other things. I'm very good at all these things. We call it humility, or it's not humility?
Not humility at all.
It's not humility at all. It's arrogance, right? I know it. So what will a humble people react to that? So today you learned about humility. Tomorrow somebody in your school talks about humility. What will a humble guy do?
Even I know about humility.
I won't speak until I'm asked.
See, when you say even I know about humility, you are actually competing, right? You are actually being egoistic there.
Yeah.
So which is bad, right? It's not humility first of all, and you guys are talking about humility. So the way a humble guy reacts is he will listen to him first. So somebody comes to you, tells, hey, you know about humility, and he started explaining something. So the humble guy what he has to do is he should listen first what others are saying. Once it is done, then you present your own views about it. Okay, so whatever you said, these points, I agree. The other things, I think that could be this manner. So immediately the other person also starts listening, There is no competition who knows how much, right? Google knows everything. Then Google beats everybody, right? Then where is our ego there? That I know something.
Except the ones who made Google.
Except the ones?
Who made Google.
Except the ones who made Google. So Google is better than them, right? Google knows almost everything in the world. So somebody who made Google also doesn't know all those things.
Then how did he make Google? Then how did he make Google?
Now they are anyway good. So that's the self-esteem you have about your own strengths. So about your weakness or something you don't know, you should just accept it. That okay, I don't know about that. I'll listen and learn now. Okay. So nowadays I see a lot of kids who are always having this kind of arrogance, If you whatever you say, they'll say, okay, I know about it. So when you are having that approach, that I know it, you don't actually take anything more, you don't grow. So suppose there is a seed, okay, you planted it in the soil, you poured water for a couple of days, and the third day it says, okay, I know what water is, I don't need your help. What will happen?
Then the seed, like the plant, will grow weak.
It will die, right? The seed will die. So similarly, the evolution of human brain or our intellect happens by learning and relearning, unlearning. Okay, so you should start listening more. Whatever people are saying, listen, process, then come out and speak whatever is required. Okay, so that's how people gain more knowledge. If you want to become a scientist, be more curious. Whatever people are saying, be very curious. Is there anything I could pick from them? So our homework was that, right? Picking the qualities. It's not like I have everything, I know everything. It's like what is good in everything, I am trying to pick it out. Okay, so opposite of humility are all these arrogance. Arrogance is, okay, I am better than everybody else. Egoistic, I know it, you need not tell it to me. Pride, I am always good, I am better than you. Self-centered, I is a self-centered approach. Overconfidence, okay, so somebody comes to you and talks about humility, you will be overconfident that, okay, I learned about it for 1.5 hours yesterday, I am better than anybody else in the world. That should not happen, right? We
Sir,
should be
in
open to learning. Sorry?
there are bots. So there is one bot called Mighty Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes one lesson from his 4-year-old son,
Mm-hmm.
and became Superman in chess.
He became Superman.
Yes, he tells, but he lost
Okay.
everyone.
It's overconfidence. Okay, so these are the things that we should be avoiding. So how do you avoid these things? It's not like I have pride, I will erase it. No, it can't happen. So pride can be erased only with humility. So if you become more humble, if you realize, oh, there is a lot of things for me to learn, I am still a learner, I need not prove anybody what I am. If you have this approach, pride will automatically go. It's like darkness, it will vanish when the moment light is on, right? You don't push away darkness anywhere. The moment light is on, it is gone, right?
The moment light is on.
Sir,
Or you push darkness somewhere. When light comes, does light push darkness, or it is just gone like that?
Sir, the light will like do some magic push.
No, it's not pushing, right? The moment light comes, darkness is gone. So
Yes.
similarly, all these negative qualities, they will go when you have good qualities in you. Good qualities are like light. The moment good qualities are increasing, bad qualities will automatically go. You need not work on them at all. Right?
Sir, but in the morning, if we switch off all the lights, still light will enter into the house, right?
sir, So I just remembered there is a contest in Zimbabwe where it's like named Mr. Ugly.
Okay.
So people feel like they're ugly and come over there,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a lot of self-esteem. I'm the uglier. I'm the
Okay.
ugliest one. So I'm kind of thinking, does it actually match with humility or not? Because when they won, they were like so happy, and they were like
And
throwing out confetti.
ugliest man.
So that's the cultural difference we have, you know. In foreign countries, they accept what they are, but in India we don't do that, right?
No, sir, it's in Zimbabwe.
Right. So in Zimbabwe they could do that, but in India you keep that competition. Who is ugly? Nobody will come up, right? So because we think we always try to be good, better than anybody else, right?
You don't think who is ugly.
So that's the cultural difference. So in foreign countries, they accept what they are. They don't care what others think about them, you know. So they always focus about their own self, which is good in some ways, bad in some other ways. But in India, we are always focused about impressing other people, which is bad. So you need not impress anybody. If you are self-confident,
Might be good in beauty contests or something like that.
beauty consciousness.
No, beauty contests.
Beauty contests. So first of all, we say that they are beauty contests, but they are not actually beauty contests. They actually verify the health also. So they will look at the correct weight, correct height, all sorts of things. There is rigorous process through it. It's not only the looks, right?
Yes.
So we understand beauty in a very wrong manner. It's not about that at all. So you look at Mother Teresa today, her photograph, the one we had in the poster, right? So are these two people beautiful?
Really beautiful.
Really beautiful, right? So they are very old, their skin is wrinkled, they have gray hair, white hair, and they can't even see properly, their eyesight is gone. Still we find them beautiful, right? So now define beauty now.
Beautifulness is happiness.
Right. So if you are happy, you will look beautiful no matter what, right? So the one is Mother Teresa, the other person is Dadi Prakashmani. So the longest period head of Brahmakumaris, you know. After 1969, she became head of Brahmakumaris. Until 2007, she was the head of Brahmakumaris. So when she was leading, she led with love, with humility. That's why I kept her picture, you know. So she was so, what do you call that? Have great impact on people. So I went to Mount Abu in 2007. So during that period, she was not feeling good. Her health was not that good. So she was not even able to speak properly. But she came in wheelchair. She came onto the dais. The moment she came there, you could feel the vibrations of love inside, you know. I was studying in 8th standard then. So I got tears in my eyes just with the vibrations, nothing else. She didn't speak. She can't even speak also. She just came onto the stage. Everybody started dancing. Everybody started crying out of love. So that's the power of humility. Humility is great strength, you know. She never behaved that I am the head of the organization. Everybody should listen to me. Never. She always led people with lot of love. Right? So once one gentleman, he went to some London or somewhere. There he met a very big official, some United Nations. He was part of United Nations, and he somehow asked, who is the greatest woman leader you came across? Because at that time there was this movement going on, like to promote women leadership. So the name he took was Dadi Prakashmani. He said she is very, very humble. You can't forget her once you meet her, is what his response is. And I witnessed that. You can't forget her if you meet her once. So that's the power of humility. So no matter how knowledgeful you are, no matter how powerful you are, no matter you could be the president, prime minister, whatever, if you have humility, you will have a greater impact on people than anybody else. So now we saw Abdul Kalam, right? The kind of impact this gentleman had on the entire world is next level, right? So he almost left his body like many years ago, right? Like more than maybe in 2016, I guess, or 17 maybe. So it's like more than 5-6 years. Still we remember it with lot of love, right? Because he was humble, he was leading people with lot of love. That's what humility, the power of humility is. And humility comes from right knowledge about yourself, feeling good about yourself, having that self-esteem, not having overconfidence, just the self-confidence, you know. And what is not humility? So sorry. Okay. So what is not humility? So we saw what is the meaning of humility. We saw what is the opposite of humility. Now I'll talk about the most important thing. What is not humility? What is not humility is begging is not humility. You know. So suppose you want something and you went to the right people and started, please, please, please give me, please give me. That's not humility. And feeling inferior, it's not humility. Having inferiority complex that everybody is better than me, I am not good at anything, I can't do anything, everybody else is far, far better than me. This kind of thinking is inferiority complex. So inferiority complex is not humility. Okay. And what else is not humility? Having shyness. Okay. So you feel shy and you don't talk to anybody, that doesn't mean you are humble, right? You just are feeling shy. So humbleness is you are not feeling shy, yet you are silently listening because you are concerned about what others are saying. Okay. So all these things are not humility. Feeling lower self-confidence, lower self-esteem, feeling shy, inferiority complex, superiority complex, all these are not humility. Understood? So when you say being humble, it's not the sign of weakness. So somebody, they consider humility as weakness, you know. They'll say, if you are humble, you can't achieve anything. Unless you are angry, you can't make things happen, right? They say that. But we have a lot of proofs that by being humble, you can become a greater leader. So that's not the case, right? So having superiority complex or having inferiority complex is not being humble. Always remember. Okay. So now we'll read a few sentences which are very, very closely related to humility and think about them. Okay. Very important. So what is the first one?
Born out of true awareness of self.
So humility is the strength and it is born out of clear understanding about your own self. What am I good at? What am I not so good at? How am I improving? Having complete consciousness about your own self. That's why I asked you to think about your own self. What are the good qualities in you, right? So after this class, you can also think about what are your weaknesses and write it down. And next, see how can you improve your strengths. How can you overcome your weakness? These are the things you should think about yourself. What am I good at? What can I achieve? All these things. So second one,
Self-respect.
self-respect. What does self-respect mean? So suppose somebody comes to Ritesh and tells him, you are very bad. You are not good at anything. You can't achieve anything. So if he accepts that, okay, I am bad, I can't do anything, I can't achieve anything. So that's, can we call that self-respect?
No.
No.
No. So that's like being inferiority complex, So somebody who is self-respectful. So suppose Ritesh has a lot of self-respect, and if I comes to him and says you can't achieve anything, what will his first reaction be? He'll
No,
just laugh,
I can do everything.
right? He'll just
Not exactly everything, but no, I can do things.
no, you need not even explain, right? If you are self-respect, if you have a lot of self-respect, you need not explain yourself. You will just smile at him and you go, because you know what you are, right?
Like smiling means not the cool smile, like the normal smile. Like this, does the smiling mean the cool smile or the normal smile?
I didn't get you.
Sir, I'm telling that does the smiling mean like the cool smile, like or else the normal?
No, it's not insulting smile. It's like just a normal smile. So acknowledgement smile, So somebody said something, you don't agree with it, and you just smile out. Okay. So somebody comes to me and tells me you are bad, I'll just smile and say, okay, I'll improve. Simple, right? So I won't insult the other person. At the same time, I don't insult myself also. I'll just say, okay, that's his view. Let him say whatever he wants. If there is something in it, I'll try to improve. If it's meaningless, then I'll just move out. Okay. So the third one is deep love for God and everything. You should have deep love for the humanity, for the God, for yourself. Right? So nothing is more attractive than humility. We saw the photograph, right? Mother Teresa and Dadi Prakash Mani. So nothing is more attractive than somebody who is very, very humble. We saw Abdul Kalam. How does he look like? Short, typical hairstyle, very different, wrinkled skin, small man. But when you see him, everybody stands up with respect, right? Everybody loves him. All kids loves him, right? So nothing is more attractive than being humble. So when you are humble, when you have a lot of self-respect, self-esteem, nobody can hurt you, nobody can insult you, nobody can make you feel offended. So how powerful humility is. If you are humble, if you know about yourself very well, nobody can hurt you, right? So if you are not humble, if somebody comes and says something, you will feel offended, right? And you should be very content about your own self, right? So at this point, these are my skills, and at this point, these are my skills. I am improving on all these things, right? That's being content, satisfied about your own self. So suppose you have a friend and he won a very big competition, very huge. How do you feel?
International.
How do you feel? You will feel inferior. I am better than that fellow. You will think like that, or
We
you
will
will feel happy about his success.
appreciate.
Happy.
You will appreciate from the bottom of your heart, or only superficially? Do you feel jealousy?
Like no, but only if we go to national level and stop, then we might feel.
Most of us will feel jealous, right? Because that's a sign that you didn't understand yourself well. So Ritesh is playing.
Yes.
So the biggest sign that you are not humble is when you are not happy for others' success. So think about that. Such a very powerful line. You should feel happy for others' success. Easy or difficult?
Easy.
Easy. Very good. So that's the nature we all should have. If you are self-confident, self-esteemed, then you don't feel threatened by others' success, You'll appreciate their success and just you move on. So suppose now there are two cricketers, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So both are like top Indian batsmen, right? Very, very popular. So now, if someday Virat Kohli wins man of the match and Rohit Sharma starts thinking, why did he get that? I should have get that. I am better than that fellow. Can he really perform better next time?
Yes.
He can't, right? He'll have that pressure to always perform better than Virat Kohli. No. So all sports people, they have very, very good trust about their own skills. They believe in them very much. They don't compare with others because everybody's style is different. Everybody's strengths are different. Everybody's weaknesses are different.
Like Dhoni.
So if somebody crosses a milestone, did you see the dugout? Every cricketer starts jumping, right? They'll celebrate it as if they won that achievement. Have you seen that?
Sir, no, sir.
You didn't see.
Sir, once tell again. I didn't hear.
So somebody is, suppose Virat Kohli is playing on the pitch and he made a century. Did you see rest of the players are also celebrating his century?
Yes, sir.
That can happen
Just
only when you are confident about your own skills. If you are not confident about your own skills, then you can't wholeheartedly enjoy that. You will feel jealous, you will feel inferior, you feel threatened, all these things happen. So you should feel happy for others. If you are not doing that, then check yourself. Am I confident about my own skills? Do I know myself good? These things you have to check. Okay. So the next one, people who are humble, they win the love of everybody. So they don't have the desire for position because they feel satisfied within and all the positions come to them. Have you ever heard about J.R.D. Tata? The Tata before Ratan Tata, okay, the leading man of Tata Group. Before Ratan Tata, it was J.R.D. Tata. So Ratan Tata, everybody know, right?
The one who started Tata company.
No. Ratan Tata is the present Tata.
Oh, okay.
So, but he is not the chairman. So right now the chairman is Chandrasekhar. So before Chandrasekhar, it was Ratan Tata. So before Ratan Tata, it was J.R.D. Tata. So he built the empire basically. If you say Tatas, somebody who established, they are like visionaries. And this J.R.D. Tata, he made it huge. So he is a very, very humble man. He never tried for any positions. All positions came to him. So that's how humility helps you. So humility makes you achieve everything, get the positions, get the respect, get the love, everything. They don't feel threatened. They have this vision of equality.
Like he didn't want any positions, but he got.
He got it. So he won't try for anything. He will get it because he is so good.
Like he has only positive.
So he is not worried about positions. He is always worried about his own time. So this is my time. What best I could do in this time? What best I could make out of this time? How can I help people? So this was his thought process. Rest of the things came to him.
Like he doesn't do time waste.
He doesn't. Nobody at that level wastes time. And so last 2 points are very important. Can somebody read it out? Ritesh?
All right. So respects everyone, whether they agree or not with me.
No, last 2 points.
Well, that's the only thing I see.
So vision for equality, you are not seeing that offers mercy to all.
No.
OMG.
No, I think you are not on full screen. Try to make it full
Sir,
screen.
I can see your mouse moving, though I can't see it. How do I do full screen? I don't know.
So just tap on the screen.
Double click.
Double click and see vision of equality.
What is mean by vision of equality?
Sir,
Vision of equality means that everybody is equal in your view. Like nobody is greater, nobody is lesser than each other.
You should not compare one thing. And vision of equality is, so all human beings are equal. Okay, they are not same. Everybody is unique, but everybody is equal. Everybody is a soul. Everybody is the son of God, right? Children of God. So vision of equality, the one we were seeing, right? Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu, sarve jana. What was the song we heard?
Sarve jana sukhina bhavantu.
No. It was different. I'm just not able to recall that immediately. Sarve santu niramaya, right? Sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkhamat bhavet.
Yes, 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 yes.
right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So having that equal vision means everybody should be good, everybody should be happy, everybody should be prosperous. So that's the vision of equality. So sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhavat bhavet. And last one is offers mercy to all. When you think everybody is one family, one human family, you will start empathizing with everybody. Okay, empathy is a very good.
Isn't mercy sympathizing as well?
No, mercy comes out of empathy, you know. So sympathy, out of sympathy also mercy comes, but sympathy makes you weak because you are actually taking negative energy, right? So with empathy you gain lot of positive energy, then you have mercy, compassion for others. So when you are humble, the outcomes are you will be very sweet, you will be very patient. So patience and sweetness becomes your natural qualities when you are humble. Okay, so it's a very great leadership quality. If you want to become a great leader in the future, try adopting humility. So to adopt humility, you should know about yourself very well. You should have a lot of self-esteem, self-confidence, and the right knowledge about what you know and what you don't know. And always be curious to learn from others. Then humility will come automatically. So these are the things. What is not humility? We already discussed, right? So end of the day, so be yourself, be true, no need to impress anybody. Just be yourself. Always start gaining energy, gaining knowledge, gaining skills, gaining virtues. Always be curious to learn more. Okay? So now we'll do a couple of minutes of introspection. We will look at our own self. We'll go within. And I will give you a very good tip to actually improve your self-esteem. Okay? So all of you sit in a very, very relaxed manner. Close your eyes. Relax your body completely. Can you all switch on your cameras? Everybody switch on your cameras. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Take a deep breath again. Slowly breathe out. Now talk to yourself. I am a very nice being. I know what my qualities are. Repeat within yourself. I know what I am. There is always possibility for development. I always look for learning. I always look for development. I will improve myself. I will gain lot of knowledge. I don't compare myself to anybody. Everybody have their own skills. Everybody have their own strengths, their own weaknesses. I don't judge anybody. I don't stick a tag on anybody. I only am concerned about my own self. How can I improve? How can I become a better person? Look at yourself. Think about all the good things you do, all the great qualities you have. And with those qualities, tell yourself, I am whatever quality it is. Suppose if it is peace, I am a peaceful being. I am a wonderful being. I am a very nice person. I have lot of empathy. I have lot of courage. I am benevolent. I am fearless. I love everybody on this planet. I treat everybody with respect. I treat everybody with love from the bottom of my heart. I don't just act. Whatever I do it wholeheartedly. I need not impress anybody. I will always be myself, improve myself, grow. I am the son of God. I am the child of God. I will become equal to Him one day. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. My goal is to become like my Father, the Supreme God. All the qualities in God, I will try to imbibe. Rub your hands very fastly till heat is generated. So once heat is generated, rub your face with it. Feel the vibrations. Feel the warmth. And today I'm going to enjoy my Sunday fully. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy myself today. And from tomorrow, I will only look for qualities in everybody and I will list it down. That's my homework, right? Always look for qualities. Wherever you go, whatever you see, you are actually picking something or the other from it. Good things only, not bad things, okay? And every morning, talk to yourself very nicely. You are a very nice person. Today you are going to do this. Today you are going to complete all these things. Plan your day very, very nicely, very, very lovefully. Okay? Have a wonderful Sunday. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Sir, bye, sir.
Om Shanti.
Enjoy your day.
Happy weekend.
Om Shanti.
Om
Happy
Shanti.
weekend.
Happy week.